The news and views expressed herein are the sole property of Kenosha Today. Certain portions of this program may be unsuitable for children, sensitive adults, small animals, and the general public. Viewer discretion is advised. Well, Scotty, one last time. Are we ready to do it?
Go, let's do it. Get it over with.
Just one more. JOM. Just one more.
One and done.
One and done. Okay.
Hey, good morning, everybody. The countdown has begun. And first of all, before I get any further, I had a little teeth problems here, so don't adjust your screen. I told that gal she was going to get her shoes and sweater back, but no.
You got to have her take off her wedding ring before she gives you the left cross. That's the problem.
All I was doing was eating a piece of French bread. And next thing I know, my tooth is on there, so I don't get it fixed till next Tuesday. But anyway, the countdown has begun, and this is Uncle Scotty Barter, along with Elmo the Insane, for the last time, coming to you from the confines of the Barter
BM Studios.
The BM Studio. What would you call that? The boomer. What was the something Rumpus Room?
The Rumpus Room at BM Studios.
Welcome to the April 3rd edition of the Kenosha Today Saturday Morning Breakfast Club. Like I said, I got 1 week left, and we are going to finish this off next Saturday, beginning at 11. I think I originally said 10,
but they're not open.
We're open until 11. We're going to go at least probably 2 hours. We got a lot of guests coming in from the past, and we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, I saw Pat the other night.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
I got a call.
He was playing at Union Park. So
he's all fired up. So I got Jason Rimkus coming. Of course, Elmo will be there. Ron, Spider Ron, and Jay and Elmo are going to relive the
dating game.
The dating game from about 8 years ago. I still can't believe we did that. But and then Pat Garrett will be there, and we had a history. And I think Willie Sturb is supposed to get back to me.
Oh, very cool.
And because I saw him about a week ago. And
it's unfortunate Mr. Bjorn can't join us. That's the only thing. He was a staple when he
right in the
TV,
beginning.
So,
one of the first couple shows, he'd always bring something in. But, well, even Father Marcus, we lost some great people along the way. So anyway, we are streaming across the very warming cornfields of the Midwest around the world. It's going to be a great Easter weekend here. I think away from the lake should get up to about 70, and I think we've turned the corner. And we are brought to you this morning by our major sponsors, Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of other very fine local businesses. We were committed, and we just ran out of gas.
They're fitting Scott for the straitjacket right now, and he's going to be moving to a padded cell someplace.
Like Vince Lombardi said, we never lost a game. We just ran out of time. Yep. 25 years is long enough for anything. So we are still going to bring you today, and next week is going to be down memory lane, but bringing you the most up-to-date news, weather, and sports and entertainment.
Yeah, we will not be streaming next week. We're just going to record that for... we're leaving a bit of history for posterior.
Yeah. So we won't be taking your phone calls, and if you call us today, we only got a couple dollars left on the meter. So if all of a sudden
down to $12.88, Scott.
So better call quick 262-597-3020. And I guess if you want to watch the replay, you just have to go to YouTube, Kenosha Today Breakfast Club, and we were supposed to be back up on channel 14. Mid-January. That day came and went, so hopefully they'll be up. I was told this last week that all the wiring over there, the new office is down in the Southwest Library, so hopefully this will be up at some point in time.
Well, when you're dealing with the city, the wheels of government turn slowly.
Yeah, and the city does control
a good portion of the budget.
Half of media.
Yeah. And I don't think they control it, but they just give them a bunch of money.
That's the problem. Is if you look at your cable bill, 6 cents of every cable bill goes to Kenosha Community Media. Well, here we were without it, and that's supposed to.
You're still paying it.
Yeah, we're still paying it. And look at those people in Racine; they haven't had it in a couple of years, although they say they're going to bring it back. And if you have Spectrum in Racine, check your bill out and look at the 6 or 8 cents on what goes to that bill. So, at any rate. Kind of well, there's a lot of things in the news, but I just don't want to cover people getting shot and killed, and not when we get this close to the end. But baseball had the opening day, and the Brewers had a big comeback.
Spectacular Brewer game. Oh man, it was. My dad shut that game off at the bottom of the ninth, and he said that. My God, I couldn't believe it. I said, you didn't finish that game? He says, no, I called your sister instead. Okay.
Oh, yeah, how'd that go for you, Dad? The Brewers, I don't know how many opening days they've had comebacks. The one when this had to go back to the early days, it actually was in County Stadium, I believe, in the, when did they get here, in 70? So it was one of the early opening days. Sexto Lascano hit a grand slam. It's a walk-off grand slam and had to be in the early 70s, but they've had other comeback victories on the bottom of the ninth.
Do you remember the 13-game winning streak to lead off the season that year? Right? That was one of the Brewers. That was one of the greatest things to have them do that. Because I remember it was like the last game. Actually, it was on Easter Sunday because I was coming back from playing golf in Texas, and we got dropped off we landed at O'Hare, and we're coming back to. My buddy is driving me back to town because he lived up north someplace. But we're listening to the game, and I can't remember but they were from behind. They came back from behind to win that last game.
I remember the year because it was 1986, and I was building my house.
Right.
I had the radio on, and I remember I was putzing around in the backyard or something, and they came back on Easter Sunday and won that one. Fashion.
That was a great game.
Drove Euchre nuts. And so, I remember going back to the 13 game. Was that the year in '86?
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Well,
something bad happened that year.
Yeah, they quickly came down to earth and finished below 500. I think. I don't know.
No, I got married. That's what I'm referring to. So.
We don't put your life in perspective to where the Brewers.
I remember 1986.
It's funny how we have a tendency to do that when. I had it because that's when I was building a house, and I didn't enjoy your wonderful time of life until 1999. So, hey, a good thing for Kenosha Gavin Lux got off to a great start. He was 2 for 4, and he's starting at second base. And he had
the Dodgers.
Yeah,
he's in the big leagues.
He's in the big leagues, and actually, he was only played one game in the playoffs, and whatever the rules were, he got a.
You get a contract?
No, we got a World Series ring.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So good for him. Turn these people off. So at least he's got his head on right, and he's only like 24 years old, but
great career ahead of him.
Absolutely, especially you look at him. He's fit for Los Angeles.
He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, 6'2" or something like that. He has that charisma of Roy Hobbs. Back from the movie The Natural, but he gets a marketing person. He can make a lot of money.
I bet he's got some ladies after him out in L.A. You got Hollywood out there, all those actresses and stuff.
Well,
look at Aaron Rodgers. He still lives out there, but every girl he goes out with is an actress. So.
That's only problem.
Or a race car driver.
Did Dana Patrick get remarried?
I heard she got married.
Yeah,
I really don't follow that.
They were engaged. But then I heard, of course, they broke up. They had bought a house, or he bought a house, and
they bought like $29 million on the coast in Malibu. Yeah. Scott, we have a caller here.
Okay,
let's use that money up. Good morning,
Good morning, today. You guys.
Good morning, Dennis.
How you doing?
Good.
How's it going? I'm on the road.
Oh, you're on the road?
No,
where are you going, to the mall?
This is Paul, I think.
Oh, who is this?
No, we're going to pick up an exercise bike.
Oh, maybe it is Dennis. It's a different number than he normally calls from. So okay, yep.
So, who's the exercise bike for? You?
Definitely not for me.
I hope your wife's not listening to this.
She's right here.
I'm driving. She didn't want to be distracted.
She's driving me crazy is what she's doing.
So where are you going to get this exercise bike?
South Milwaukee.
Oh.
At least you don't have to go to Michigan to get a pontoon boat that you pedal like Captain Mike wants K-Dog to drive him over there to get some.
Captain's been. No, he's got one of these. Before I forget, next week starts at 11, not 10.
Right, you told me. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, anyway, Captain's got in this little mood about he wants to get a 4-person pontoon boat, that you pedal. But it's a big deal. It's about 7
Only 2 people pedal though. The other 2 are like lazy asses, and they just go around on a.
He says 800-pound limit, and he's got the brochure, and he's trying to talk somebody into taking him down to Indiana, Gary, Indiana, to do the talking. And I said, why don't you just do this on the phone? He's got this picture, and he wants to dock it by the boathouse, and
troll around the harbor so he can listen to. He wants to sit out offshore for Tribute Island and sit there and listen to the music. He's too cheap to pay for a ticket.
So here's and so Bart Mingo's an experienced boater, and he has a sail away cruise. He knows what he's doing. He's saying, Captain, you better get something with a motor on it because, what if you get tired of pedaling and the current changes?
Well, that's why he had to get the motor on his bicycle.
Yeah,
on that bicycle.
Exactly. So he says you'll be out in the middle of Lake Michigan, and so we were going to put a volleyball and put Wilson on it and send it on the front and send him out to the high seas. But
he ought to. I read in some Kenosha, I don't know if it was happenings or something, that they're going to have some kind of a pedal tour thing where people pedal like a bike, 6 of them, around Kenosha now. So he should practice on that first.
Oh, yeah, they got that.
Hang on. The castaway.
He's here.
The castaway captain is here.
Good morning, Captain.
Oh, good morning there, Elbow Uncle Scotty. That's the greatest thing since the invention of the wheel, man. Are you kidding me? Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but I ain't saying they're wrong, but I think it's a wonderful thing. Yeah. I don't have to pay to go and Tribute Island. Go ahead, what?
You don't think we're crazy as far as you know.
What's that?
You don't think we think you're crazy as far as you know.
You're positive.
I just want to relay a quick. All right. Now, we're not saying he's crazy. I didn't say that. But last week, I called him, and I said, come pick up your tax return. He says, can I make it tomorrow on Wednesday? And I said, today is Wednesday.
I was a little off. My Google clock was, that spring into summer or whatever the hell it is. I went the other way.
So, you know what? I was talking to our friend Jay. There's a place out in Lake Andrea, near Lake Andrea, that sells those things, what you're looking for.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe if you find out the name, I'll look it up.
Yeah, well, they rent them out there.
I've been looking at things for a while on the internet. This is the nicest one I've seen. And it's high up enough. I know Bimbo Mike says I can't ever get on it. It's too low. But actually, it's very high up. That's one of the things. It's got 4 pontoons under it, so it's pretty stable.
Well, we're just, that basin, the harbor, can get very choppy. And I saw one 4th of July when the Equinox came in from Twin Lakes. And I talked to the guy because at the boathouse afterwards. He says, man, it looked like it was clear, but that was so choppy, they couldn't do anywhere near the act that they normally do on Twin Lakes.
I remember they had to cancel the event because of it.
Captain, we got an extra pair of pontoons for you here. Good morning, Shirley.
Good morning.
Morning, Shirley.
Captain Mike and Dennis.
Eddie is my friend. Eddie.
Good morning, Shirley.
Good morning, honey. Good morning.
I love you. You love me. We're just as happy as we can be.
Yeah, I love you.
Okay, hey, Shirley, we have a question. Can you take Captain Mike down to Gary, Indiana? Drive him. He'll buy you lunch.
Sure.
And
sure.
He wants somebody this is his words, that might be a little smarter than him to talk to these salespeople down there.
He's got to negotiate.
So can we pencil you in?
Sure I can. I'm sad that this is your last show Your last
Our last
show.
live
Oh,
show.
I could cry.
Don't worry, Shirley. I'll be back in after Labor Day. I'm going to come up with a new show with some special guests and things like that. So, okay.
We could call in and that,
If
or
Scott pays me enough, I might even let him be on the show too. So that's okay.
You can also, instead of tuning into YouTube, you just go to porn.com.
You know the last show, at the boathouse next week. You know.
Yeah.
11 o'clock.
Hey, by the way, we have to borrow your speaker, right? We've talked about that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure, no problem at all.
Okay.
Scott, now though, talk closer to the mic. We can't hear you.
Closer to
You
the
can't
mic.
hear me?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you, Elmo, either. I have a bad connection here too for some reason.
My lapel was going limp. Is that better?
We all got on, and then you guys were.
Is this better?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear Shirley. I can hear Captain Mike. But
I can hear you, two girls.
Can you hear me?
Very faint.
I just heard you. Yeah.
We're doing fine on our meters here. I don't know what the deal is.
What? I hear you.
It wouldn't be this.
No, you can.
Oh. Well,
Guys, I got an idea.
Oh yeah, we do hear. They hear us from there. That's.
okay.
Let's hold on. Let's right. If we hope we don't get feedback here.
All right, now can you hear us better?
That's better.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
We just had a minor technical adjustment. It's not like we've ever screwed up on this show before. That's the first time in
No, much better.
10 minutes.
I could not hear
If it
you,
goes up
Dennis.
too high,
You said something about me going somewhere.
Yeah, as long as you're going to Michigan for a boat.
I'm not going to Michigan. It's made in Michigan, but Gary, Indiana is the closest dealership. I guess I can't buy it from the factory. I got to go buy it from a dealer.
My aunt, I had an aunt that lived in Gary, Indiana, and we used to go visit her all the time.
She work at the steel mills.
You wear a
It's kinda-
bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, years ago it wasn't too bad, not like now.
I wear Mae West. I was around with the original Mae West. I wore her for a while.
You dated her, didn't you?
I get bada bang.
Captain, you dated her, right?
Yeah, right. Sure.
She dumped you, right?
I called her Mae Muff back then.
Hey, I got to ask you two Bear fans. It was in my paper today that Coach Nagy is going to start calling the plays in this fall. What do you think of that?
You broke up. I couldn't.
We have somebody else here, and I think it's.
You won't have to worry because the defense will be on the field most of the game.
Good morning, you're on Kenosha today.
Yeah, right.
Hey, hang on, kids. We got another call here. Good.
Good morning.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Irish?
Irish Ruth,
Irish.
hello.
Hello. Look, I have a relative in Louisiana who had a suspended license that they didn't know about from General Insurance because they were 2 days late paying after years and only had the insurance for a scooter. Hello?
Yeah, we're listening. We're hanging on your every word. We're just not understanding where you're going with this.
Well, the point is that I was under the impression that they don't do that in other states, that if you haven't made your payment for 2 days, they don't register you as a suspended license.
No, they take you to jail.
Thereby incurring a fee for the suspended license and also from the insurance agency.
This is
So all I
using a
can tell
valuable
them
time
is,
here, Scott.
your next hurricane, General Insurance in Louisiana, you deserve it.
Okay, well, thanks for the call,
Thanks
Ruth.
for the call, Ruth.
Boy,
Well done. Right. Well done.
well done.
Thank you.
Sounds like they should call Gruber.
Gruber. One call, that's all.
Yeah, right.
Drop the bomb, man.
I'm to the end of 20.
Around the world. as
God,
you
what
know
happened
it.
to the Cubs? Scott, Cubs
poor
did win the
babies,
first
yeah.
game.
Pardon?
Oh, yeah, it's a horror. Oh, yeah.
What? What's that?
It's early in the season, though.
All right,
Yeah,
Shirley,
I know.
Before we
They
run out of...
played today again. I hope they do better today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too.
All right.
Me too.
No.
Yeah.
Captain Mike, you're a big Cubs fan, right?
Yeah, I used to go to a lot of games, bleachers. I didn't want to work anymore. It's wonderful. The parties after the game, opening day, people would wear formal gowns. And at the end, the girls would put veils over their heads. We had a little thing going. It was
Put nails over their heads?
Crazy. A lot of parties after the game.
Were you a party animal, Captain?
Rough.
I bet it was. I bet
Michael. Spuds McMichael right here.
you still are, aren't you?
Okay. All right, now.
Yeah.
Still a party animal, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, one at a time. Now, here's what we got to do.
Probably. Yes.
Before I run out of minutes here, Shirley, why don't you do your weather?
Gotta fly the W for what the heck happened.
Yes. W.
Okay, Shirley, do the weather for the last time.
Big W. The big W, I tell you.
All right.
Captain.
Captain.
W, I tell you.
Hey,
Big W.
Where's your manners? The lady's going to do the weather.
We're going to mute you if you don't keep
I'm
it
sorry.
under
I'm
control.
sorry. I seen your picture on the boy. It's something.
Yeah,
You've been working out, Shirley. You've been
I
working out.
know,
You're looking
really.
good, kiddo. You're looking
I
good.
exercise every day.
Okay,
Okay.
Man, it's working. It's working.
Captain, I gotta disconnect you because I'm running out of thing here.
I just muted him.
Okay.
Here's the weather.
Okay, go ahead. Does that count to a minute?
Mostly
Yes,
sunny
it does.
and breezy. 66 to 42 today. Wow. Tomorrow, partly sunny and warm. 68 to 52 on Easter Sunday.
You make it warm, baby.
I gotta miss you guys. A thunderstorm around in the morning. 66 to 53 on Monday.
Ooh.
Tuesday, cloudy, mild, a shower in the PM.
Andy. Ooh.
I like to shower in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a cold shower right now.
Cooler. This is the last one. Cooler with rain and maybe a thunderstorm on Wednesday. 55 to 45.
If it thunders, will you hold my hand?
I will. I'm scared of thunderstorms too. Oh, there I am. There's my picture. Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta keep working out.
Hey.
I got that dress yet. Yeah, I got that dress.
Yeah, so does Scott.
Yeah. I fill mine out a little bit different than you do. So
Yeah, you make my Saturdays. I just love doing the weather.
all right. Well, we
And I
appreciate.
love it too.
Thank you for your service, Shirley.
Yeah. Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I can make it next Saturday or not.
No, that's all right.
Aww.
That's okay.
Dennis and Nancy, are you going to be there?
I will.
Dennis, you will?
If you're coming, she says she'll come.
Yeah, you got to be there 10 o'clock.
No, 11.
11.
Oh, 11?
Yeah, well, I made
They
a
don't open till 11, so
my mistake.
maybe even a little after 11 once we get
Yeah,
some, we got to get some people.
We're not doing it live, so
We're not set to a schedule, so that's it.
Oh,
Whenever we get
11 o'clock, huh?
Yep, or 11:15, something like that. We'll get going.
Oh, is there chairs to sit on in that, or?
it's a
I'll
bar.
tell you what. I'll show up with you. I'll show up with you at 10, and we'll pick it before the show.
Yeah.
All right. How much
Well,
time
I'll
we got
see. I'll try. I don't know.
$11.14.
Where's the Ganga today? No Ganga.
left? Well, he's probably working.
Yep.
Well, while we're waiting
Maybe,
for
yeah.
him to make an appearance,
He's probably grooming Clyde. I think that he's getting the fleas out of his fur. So that's
see
Yeah.
the big Easter egg hunt tomorrow.
yep.
Speaking of that, this was written in our home office here in the conference.
Oh, we got to get the bell out.
At Barter Manor, this week's thought-provoking category, the top 10 signs the Easter Bunny is alive and well here in Kenosha. Number 10, seen trying to multiply on the trolley. Number 9, was the keynote speaker at anti-fur rallies. Number 8, has scum written on the front of his face mask. Number 7, the only one who knows how to execute the pull my finger trick at the city council meetings. I got to get this fixed, man. Number 6,
Quite becoming.
photograph kissing Irish Ruth underneath the 50th Street Bridge. Number 5, stimulus checks printed on multicolored debit cards. Number 4, Dr. Fauci seen having a cute furry tail. Number 3, wants to smoke grass instead of playing in it. Number 2, steps up and helps roll away the rock in front of Barger Manor, and the number one sign. The Easter Bunny is alive and well here in Kenosha. After 25 years of that's all, folks.
Oh.
That needs work.
That was just wonderful.
Scott, with that missing tooth, you kind of look like a reverse Lauren Hutton.
Yeah, Jesus, this is...
She had that big gap between her teeth, remember that?
Yeah. Well, anyway, anybody got anything to add?
I just hope the Cubs win today.
I tell you what, I think...
Yes.
I'll tell you what I think the Cubs...
Are you going to... I was going to ask Shirley if she was going to get her vaccination passport.
Yep, I got both my shots.
All right, let me address the Cubs. I think they're going to barely make 500. They have no pitching, and
they can't hit.
They can't hit. They got a lot of overpaid prima donnas. Kevin. Who's the third? Who's the Bodie? Not Bodie. Who's the third baseman? Number 12. Who am I thinking about?
You're breaking up, Scott.
All right. Well, Rizzo wanted to renegotiate his contract, but he doesn't want it. I think he's going to be gone. Probably be before the trading deadline, so they can get something of value for him. Because let's face it, if you're not going to finish in first place, and you got a commodity,
they're going to play the whole time. They're going to have all the games right this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
162.
Kevin Bryant's the guy I'm thinking about. Plays third base.
Chris Bryant.
Chris Bryant. Yeah. He's been an overpaid. Well, they got rid of the Schwartzberger or whatever his name was. He couldn't outrun the water boy.
I think I ate one of those the other night.
and you got some people just aren't performing, and they're getting a lot of money. So, and you had Hendricks, who can't throw the ball 88 miles an hour, and you got Arrieta. He came in. I think he got hurt for whatever, but it's going to be a long year in Chicago.
Yeah.
But can everybody watch them this year? Don't they have their own?
No, they're still on Marquee
network.
Yeah, they're on Marquee. That's it. So.
We get it in the Boathouse, the Marquee, but I think he pays. That's on his.
He's got to pay extra for it.
He's got to pay an extra.
He's got Dish Network down there.
Yeah.
He's got to pay extra.
So if you're on Spectrum, you won't get it unless they have an isolated game that's on.
I get it on channel 67.
Oh, really?
Do you have Spectrum?
Yeah, we get it on 67.
Well, what station is that?
It's probably Marquee.
Oh,
I don't know if it's part of a package or something like that. It's probably an option. I don't watch television, so I couldn't tell you.
You don't? Not at all.
Me? Not at all.
I listen to television and watch radio.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I listen to the radio. I'd rather listen to the Cubs on the radio.
Yep.
They do play-by-play of everything, and something happens really exciting, then I'll turn on TV. Other than that, I listen to it on the Pat Hughes.
Yep.
Ron Coomer. And Ron Coomer, they are terrific together.
The only guy I love...
They better pay us for that plug.
Yeah.
The only guy I really liked listening to on play-by-play on the radio was Bob Uecker.
Yep.
Because, baseball is a long, boring sport as it is. And if the score of the game gets out of hand...
Well, remember the olden days, it was Pat Hughes and Bob Uecker.
Oh, yeah. But
still, they were great. They were great together. So and then Pat went to the Cubs. So
but it's a difficult thing to do. At least if you're like a Harry Carey, one of those guys, and you're broadcasting a television game. I mean, the game can kind of speak for itself, but if you're doing radio, you got to have a whole lot of fillers or a whole bunch of stories.
You got to have a whole lot of Budweiser.
Yeah, right. All staff. How are we doing on our meter here?
$10.66.
Well, you're like Harry Carey, but with Long Island.
Pardon? What's that, Dennis?
You're like Harry Carey with a Long Island, though.
Yeah, I got to cut some of that stuff down in my...
Makes your teeth fall out.
I liked Ron Santo. He was terrific. Remember Ron Santo? Oh, he was...
Yeah, but he had that one court case before he died. He had to go to court, and he lost because he didn't have a leg to stand on.
Oh.
Ooh. You saved the worst for last, Dennis. Thank you very much.
Yeah, right. Oh. He was a terrific guy. I'm telling you what he went through, and he just kept on plugging along.
Yep.
Hey, Shirley, how do I look with this missing tooth in the front? Shirley.
Well, it takes a while.
Yeah.
Come on, we're still.
Oh, that's right. I keep
they got
forgetting.
like a 20-second delay before it gets there. So okay.
Well, at any rate, I got nothing else.
We're saving it all for
There's
next
only
week.
one guy that didn't like Ron Santo, Don Young, when he dropped that fly ball.
I don't remember that. Okay.
It was
in
enough.
the
Don
Mets
Young
game,
was.
in the Mets game, Santo ripped him right after that.
Was Santo doing it when Bartman was?
No.
That was long gone after that, wasn't it? Remember the Bartman thing?
He might have been a broadcast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was not even
Yeah,
Bartman's fault either.
That was something.
You know, Bartman got so bad. I heard
He was getting death threats. He had to move out of
he
Chicago.
moved to England or something, and then came back because they blamed it all on him. And clearly,
And it wasn't his fault, really.
No, it was it Alou? Whatever Alou. There's only
well, the ball was in the stands, but Luke couldn't get it. But the other thing was right the next pitch, the shortstop made an error, and that's caused the run, not that thing.
Yeah.
So, well, Chicago fans are.
Now, Dennis, here's the thing. Look up on the internet banana ball. It's the new thing. It's baseball with changed rules. It's very cool. It's like almost like match play in golf, so that they go inning by inning, and whoever wins the inning gets a point, and it's so.
Oh, wow.
That's
Yeah, it
different.
sounds like it.
That's different. There's no bunts. You can't step out of the batter's box. There's no mound visitation. No game can go over 2 hours. If it's there, whoever's leading after 2 hours, they go there. If a guy hits a foul ball into the stands and a fan catches it, he's out. So,
You know, one thing I was disappointed, and I thought they were going to do this as the National League.
oh, we got
Opted-
somebody else here.
The National League opted not to use the designated hitter. So, all right, we got one more caller here.
Good morning,
Good
Gunga.
morning, gentlemen.
Ah, yes.
Oh, Gunga!
Gunga,
Oh,
what's
you
happening, man?
you caught me with my pants down, Shirley.
Well, that's most of the day, isn't it?
Well, especially when I'm sunning myself.
Hey,
I think I keep those smooth tan lines there, Mulrat.
Yeah.
hey, Gunga.
How's Clyde today? How's Clyde?
Clyde is extra horny.
Good.
Hey, the festivities start next week at 11, not 10. I gave you the wrong
The bar's
time.
not open. So.
Yeah. Gunga.
Yes.
It's
What can I do for you?
No, hang on my every word, will you? The final show at the Boathouse starts at 11 next week, not 10.
Thank God.
Why
What,
is
that it starts at 11 or that it's the final show?
But what do you think there, Mulrat?
I'm afraid to say.
Oh, Mr. Barter will be well missed.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Hey, you know I
He will be very much missed.
gotta
Both
get
of
a
them.
new tooth between now and next week.
Then he can start smuggling children across the border, like he to make the big dollar.
Oh, no. Across the Illinois-Wisconsin border?
That's it, yeah.
Certainly.
We're going to have a song for him. Everything. Thank God in Greyhound he's gone. Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
That was our Valentine's Day song, wasn't it? Okay, so-
One time it was, right?
Yeah.
We did it one time. I
Yeah.
don't recall what it was for, but
Sweetest day or Valentine's Day.
hey, next week, next on Saturday, our friend Jay, maybe not his real name, and Elmo are going to relive that from about 8 years ago.
The classic dating game episode.
Classic dating game when we had this fairly good-looking young gal come in, and I don't want to,
wow.
disclose all, but we're going to relive that magical moment. Yeah, we're going to relive that magic moment. They were two wild and crazy guys.
So how much are those hookers going to cost you?
About 50 cents.
Hey, I'm a senior citizen on a fixed income these days.
All right, we have another caller here.
All right, hang on.
Good morning, you're on Kenosha Today.
It's a beautiful Saturday here in Kenosha.
That's right. It's always beautiful in Kenosha.
It reminds me of Kenosha's Gone By.
Kenosha's Gone By.
That's the left lane one.
Hey, Paul.
Sir.
I think Kenosha has gone by.
Hi, Paul. Morning, Paul.
How are you, Shirley?
Okay.
Good. I guess for the last time I can ask you a question.
Oh, geez. Wonder what this is going to be, Paul. Go ahead. I'm hanging on your every
We're
word.
working out for you.
Yeah, no comment. Like I always say, no comment.
Mr. Paul, are you the equivalent to Shirley? Because I hear you on the Lenny Palmer show all the time. Are you making time today? What show are you going to be on next? And how can we see you in the future?
Well, yeah, right. Like nobody cares. Nobody cares. No, I'm not the equivalent of Shirley. Shirley's too nice to him. I try to get under his skin.
Oh.
So I wouldn't call myself the equivalent to Shirley, other than I do call in quite a bit.
You know how you get airtime? Here's how you get airtime. I can say this because I'm done. How you can get airtime on him. When you call in, you say, Lenny, I agree with what you're saying. Hey, go ahead, finish your thought. That's what he'll say. Now, if you disagree with him, disconnect. But if you say you agree with him, you watch.
You become part of the cancel culture.
Hey, Scott?
Yes?
That missing tooth.
Yeah, I was.
Ask you, is that a warning shot across the bow from the deep state?
No, I was just.
Did somebody come rough you up?
No, well, I told that gal I'd give her shoes and sweater back, but she hit me with a wedding ring, so what can I do?
Got a mean left cross.
I think your quick resignation from the show is an indication that the deep state got to you.
Yeah, right. What do you mean quick? I gave 5-week notice.
Well, they're giving you an opportunity, to like have a send off, but make no mistake about it. The deep state wants, is telling you, is leaning on you.
The who?
Hey, Deep State wasn't that a movie that Shirley made? Deep State?
You're thinking of Deep Throat, you moron. I got 25 years and I got just a couple left in the tanker that I got to get. I can't take them with me. So.
Wasn't it? I see, and Scott.
Yes.
Here's the thing, Elmo. I got to tell you, if you're ever helping Scott out, like clean stuff out of his house or whatever, and you find the Zodiac killer's uniform, you'll have your answer to who the Zodiac is.
Yeah.
I thought the Zodiac closed years ago. Isn't it Ruffalo's now?
The dome.
Oh, the cutting board.
Yeah.
The Jeffrey Dahmer cutting board.
He brought something in. Where'd you get that from? I forget.
My kids gave it to me for Christmas this year. So
it was
a Jeffrey Dahmer cutting board. It says, if you can't beat him, eat him.
Oh, boy.
What? Hey, that comes from the heart.
Maybe I'll bring that next week. So
bring in all the unused props.
Mr. Barter, I have a question.
Sure. Go ahead.
Barter, I have a question.
Okay.
Do you still want me to deliver those 50-pound sacks of lime?
Put them on back order for a couple of years. I don't need them.
The jig is up. All the buried bodies.
No. Hey, Gunga, you got it wrong. He wanted a 50-pound sack of limes for his Long Island.
Long Island.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll bring it back.
I got certain parts of my backyard where the grass doesn't come in green until July. About 6 feet long.
You got to put some fertilizer in
there. Yeah, I got to put some weed and feed on there. So.
You're really good. You're really funny.
You can help him get rid of some weed. You do it all.
Yeah,
the time.
right.
That's right.
Certainly can. I still got my pot in the garage.
Boy, you.
Do you? Hey, Scott.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Are you going to, in retirement, perhaps do a podcast like every other person in the world?
It is not my intention. No.
Nope.
Next week is the last time for me. I don't
Do
need
you guys
to.
hear the inane commercials about podcasts?
I haven't.
It's like everybody in the universe has a podcast. So it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, the first podcast, and the only one I did, was when Elmo and I went on the
K-Town Connects.
K-Town Connects, and we did for almost 2 hours. And these guys, I was really impressed. They'd only done about 30 shows, and we just sat back and
we had free pizza too.
Yeah, free pizza. So
and beer.
And beer. But that all takes time, and I don't want to spend time anymore putting stuff like that together. My colleague can do something and do whatever he wants. That's fine. It's his turn.
25 years and out.
Yep. Yeah,
I think Shirley should do a podcast.
Hey, you know what?
That would be interesting.
And then you know what we do? We line up everybody that she's ever called, and we call her.
That's it.
We call her. I mean, that's the take
There you go. That would be fun.
That would be.
That would be.
Good morning. You're on Shirley Today.
Yeah.
That would be like a telephone firing squad.
I like that. Everybody calling me. That would be funny.
That would be.
Now,
That would
Ganga,
be.
what would be your podcast topic? As if I don't already know.
It would be 50 cents a minute and all the dirty talk you can handle.
That's it.
you know what it'd be? It's called podcast porn. That's what it would be.
Yes.
Pakistani porn. That's it.
Yeah, Pakistani porn.
There you go, Scott. You could do one of those lines that they advertise for guys, where women talk to guys online. You could do one of those for women.
Phone sex. Yeah. Okay.
Talk dirty to me. What are you wearing?
What are you wearing? Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Yes,
boy.
it would be called Touch My Diaper.
Hey, you know, Shirley.
Oh, it's a shot.
Shirley, I just thought. Wait a minute. Shirley, hypothetically, you get your own podcast and your own call-in show. What would be the ultimate insult when nobody would call you? You'd be sitting there between you and the microphone and the monitor, and see how that works out for you.
Oh boy, I would have to think about that.
Okay, well, you know, that's the biggest thing is when in 2013, when Steve Casey and we went to November 1st, we went to WIP. And I had never taken phone calls before, and all the reassurance I knew was there was an 8-second delay. And we had to blip went out, and I remember one time Spider Ron was sitting
Oh, we just lost the connection. Something's going wrong here.
Have we lost them all?
Yep.
Well, I
think we're done.
Yeah.
I think they tried to recharge charge your card, so I think we're done. Yep. So.
Folks, I guess I knew that was going to happen because we only had a few minutes left on the meter. I apologize, but we were going to refirm this up. We only got a couple minutes left.
Yep.
We're going to cut this off a little bit earlier anyway, so we will just hang this up now.
Yep.
Well,
it hung up on us. So
okay.
It don't matter. But.
We were getting down to the end, and instead of recharging, and we just let it go. And I said that at the outset that that could happen, and it did. But anyway, it's been a hell of a ride, and we got one time.
Yes, Scott. Congratulations.
One
Congratulations on your retirement here.
Thank you. And when we get to next week, that's going to be all the cast of characters.
An extravaganza.
Oh my God! Jason Rimkus was he wasn't the one when I started in '96, but he came shortly thereafter.
Yep.
And then Spider Ron was been
there forever.
At least 15 years, I think, as both a director and a video coordinator. So he's going to join me, and then of course Elmo's going to be there, and Pat Garrett. And Jay and Elmo are going to relive the magical moment from
the dating game.
And
you got some good-looking girl lined up for that, or what's going on with this?
I'm not in my dress anymore, so.
Well, I don't.
Well, we could.
I won't give her long. If you were a farm animal, what one would you be? Okay. I could have given it away.
Jay and I have a history of some great stories that maybe you've heard. I think I know my daughters, Julie and Nancy. I'm not sure if the grandkids are going to show up because they got some stories to tell.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to start a little after 11. We're not going to have the phone anymore. We're not going to have a live stream. We're going to record it, and hopefully it'll be up on...
Even the blonde lady may show up. So.
Oh.
Well, she was on the radio. She didn't say anything the whole time.
There was a reason. There was a reason for that. So we're going to cut this short because I got work to do. Elmo's got work to do.
Yep.
And so that's going to wrap it up for the April 3rd edition of the Kenosha Saturday Morning Breakfast Club.
Yep.
Thank all our sponsors: Barter's Financial Planning Services, Kenoshans for Open Honest Government, Charlie V's for Kids for Cancer Treatment Foundation, and we have been broadcasting for the last time here from Barter Manor Studio, located on the corner of Happy and What Went Wrong. Invite you to still join us on Facebook. And you have to check your local listens on Spectrum to see when Channel 14 is coming back online. So, for Elmo and myself, until we meet again, we thank you for the privilege of your time. Please take care of yourself and each other. I'm Scotty Barter, and have a great Easter week.
Bye-bye. 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 That's all, folks. Okay.
So, when it got down to 10, probably...
It showed that it renewed on there, but they probably tried to send it to your charge card and it got denied, and they cut it off. So
well, I had
just check it.
I had checked them.
Piano player, Mr. Elmo the Insane.
Well, I'm not a crook.